Hello and welcome to another YouTube video, guys. First of all, I would like to say in beginning of every single video, so thank you very much for clicking on this video and spending your time to watch this video. Basically, my channel is all about doing the news with views, so I just take a few news every single day and just give my opinion on those news. So basically it's all my personal opinion. I don't take information from anywhere, so don't be taking this that I'm doing for any channel or anything like that. So straight away, let's go to the first news, which is the UK hospitals deaths reach 16,060 after 596 more patients die. Sunday figures have tended to show smaller increases in the number of coronavirus linked fatalities. Another 596 people have died with coronavirus in UK hospitals, the smallest increase in nearly 2 weeks. The Department of Health announced the latest increase with the 60,060 people with COVID-19. The disease caused by coronavirus now confirmed to have died in hospital across the 4 home nations. NHS England announced another 482 deaths in hospital in England, taking the country total to 4,400. Scotland saw a further 10 deaths, Wales 41 and Northern Ireland 1. So altogether we're looking at in England till today the number of people have died in England is 14,400, Scotland 903, Wales 475 and Northern Ireland 194. So the numbers are still rising. We don't see anything good at the moment because the death toll is rising during the week, Monday to Friday. The death toll is going higher and higher. And on the weekends, we were thinking we might see the short numbers. If we compare the last weekend, we were looking at the numbers like, say, 493. Today, the numbers are 596. Yesterday, Saturday, figures were 888. So I don't see any improvement in terms of the coronavirus flattening curve, because the people are still dying in numbers. And as I always mention in my videos, that these numbers, the deaths, are only from the hospitals which are registered by the NHS. So we're not looking at any other figure. The deaths, people are dying in the communities, people who are dying in care homes, those numbers are separate. Beginning of the last week, I was reading one of the news, and it was said that almost 1,600 people have died in care homes and in communities. So those numbers needs to be included. If you look at it all together, until now, there are about 16,060 people have died so far, and the numbers have just increased significantly. We still, we yet to see the decrease in the numbers, and I'm not 100% sure which way this curve is going, because the numbers are still rising, and there are issues still popping up, such as PPE. There was a shortage of personal protective equipment during the weekend. That was said. There was a delivery supposed to come today, but it got delayed. Scotland, they've got the delivery from China for the PPE. So there is a huge crisis coming up for the PPE, and this is going to create a big issue for the NHS staff to go and work. If they don't have the PPE available, there's going to be problems there, or maybe the workers, they don't want to go and risk their life because the basic facility that they should have for the PPE is not there. So overall, yesterday, one of the comment I had on one of my videos, it was exactly the same. But is there something fishy? Why these numbers are not going down? Why this this testing is not coming into action? And I have raised this concern in past videos as well, that the numbers of tests, we've been told that we should be able to carry out tests about 100,000 a day. They are far from here. What we see now, again, it's always the matter of promising on the daily news briefing that we're going to increase the numbers for testing, we are going to get more PPE, but these crises are not getting solved, because they every single day there's nothing positive coming out so far. Even the government is not even sure to lift the lockdown. They don't even know. There was some speculation last week that schools should open in next 3 weeks. That's also gone down the hill, because the government still says we don't know, we can't give you a date for schools to reopen. So with the current circumstances, with the current situation, even the government itself don't know which way they're going or how to tackle with the situation. It's like they looks like completely clueless. They extended the 3 weeks lockdown. We are seeing the crisis of death numbers are still rising. We should have been looking at the numbers from last weekend was the peak. Today is the 19th of April and it's about 6:30 in the evening and the numbers are still coming as high. So we can't see anything positive from that sense. We are still led by the science and we not sure which way the science is going to take us, because like I said, the science is all about experiments, and experiments can go either way. So we are taking the big risk here by just purely relying on the science. And like the issues like this, people should wear masks or not, we are still discussing that. The numbers of tests that needs to be carried out, which people still, I don't know why the government is lacking. I've mentioned this thing in my previous videos over and over again, why the testing is not carried out. We're still talking about, or do we get the test kits from South Korea? And then someone just put a news in the media, or them test kits could be risky. I mean, if they were risky, why the South Korea was using those test kits? So there's questions all over the place for the government, and I don't know how they're going to come out with the solution. It's one of those things that they are, to me, completely clueless how to deal. Yeah, they're doing the basics, extending the lockdown, tell people to stay inside, washing hands. But how long can we carry on like this? How long we can do these basics? People need to come out. There's only a limit to everything, and there's a time come where the British people will say, right, okay, which way are we going? Is it, we were talking about 6 more waves of coronavirus that are yet to come, and this is the first wave that we're dealing with, and we are going through some major crisis. Imagine another 6 waves of coronavirus. How are we going to deal with that? If we are losing almost 1,000 people a day, there are 1,000 deaths on average. That's what I'm looking at. So if you're on 16,000, one of the Sky newscasters said that we will reach 20,000 by next weekend. I can assure you the deaths will be more higher than 20,000 by the next weekend, because it's Sunday today. So we're looking at rise 1,000 deaths every single day, average 1,000. I still believe that it's not gone to the peak yet. This was all projection, mathematical modeling from the government saying that the Easter Sunday will be the peak of the virus, but I don't think so that's the case, because the virus is still spreading. Government is still struggling to tackle the situation, and everything going in the wrong direction. So all I would say is that people just stay inside until we come out with something. The weather is changing, but that's not going to make a big difference, because the test needs to be done. People need to know if they had the virus or not, because that's the main thing we need to know. Okay, if we get the test done and people are not infected in the areas such as London is the bad hit, and you see that many people have died in London and then the Midlands, and then there are numbers in the northeast, and we're looking at the Scotland, Wales, Northern Ireland, places like this. But as of now, there is no clear evidence that how far have we passed this virus peak, and there is no such indications, because the graph is very unpredictable. Deaths are up and down. 1 week we will see the last week we saw like a slow decrease, but then suddenly the number went back up again with 761, 735, 791. And then yesterday was even scary, 888. So every day average is about 1,000. So that's what my take on this. And obviously I've highlighted the government's failures on many occasions. And if you guys think the same way, please feel free to share your opinion. If you want to add something, do it in the comment section below. And I would like to say, if this is the first time you are watching my YouTube channel, please don't forget to subscribe. That's all I can request from you guys, because I'm growing my channel. So maybe these news might help you, because not everybody's watching news every single day. So if you see my opinion on the news. It's just like I do a little bit of like a review of the news and just give you the ins and outs of where we were and where we are now. So this is purely based on my personal opinion. So guys, thank you very much for watching this video, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.